In the beginning of the episode, we are shown our main character whose name is 𝐂𝐸𝐿𝐈, and 𝐂𝐸𝐿𝐈 is looking at his car and thinking that, hey friend, it has got punctured again, and 𝐂𝐸𝐿𝐈 has come to a mysterious city. Actually here 𝐂𝐸𝐿𝐈 is called by his client, and his client also comes at that time, and then while sitting in her car she tells him that I actually want to tell you that suddenly there has been an outbreak of zombies in our city, and whatever is normal is not there. Citizens are becoming zombies, and at the same time they are troubling common people a lot. But I hope you will not say all these things in front of small children, because this will spread a lot of panic in the whole city. Then the scene shifts and 𝐂𝐸𝐈, who lives in his place, is sitting comfortably there. At the same place, his attention goes to a boy who is working in the field, and 𝐂𝐸𝐈 greets him by interrupting him, but that boy, whose name was 𝐂𝐸𝐿𝐈, does not give a very good reaction. And after saying hi, he gets busy in his work. Seeing this reaction of 𝐂𝐸𝐈, he feels a bit strange, so he asks the same lady who had brought him here about 𝐂𝐸𝐿𝐈. Then that lady tells a little about him. Then it becomes night, where 𝐂𝐸𝐈 is comfortably enjoying his hot shower. While enjoying that thing, a child also comes there and says 𝐂𝐸𝐈 asks him that I will massage you here. Then 𝐂𝐸𝐈 asks him in the course of conversation that why does this 𝐂𝐸𝐿𝐈 have such a reaction? To which the child tells that actually we have given this nickname to the worm of the dirty drain here. 𝐂𝐸𝐿𝐈 is a very dirty type of child, that's why we don't talk to him at all. So you should also not talk to him. So 𝐂𝐸𝐈 understands a little bit of things, and then after that he tells the same lady that from the next day, can 𝐂𝐸𝐿𝐈 come here with me to help me? Due to which that lady has to do this, and that lady gives a clean cloth to the two men and says that bathe your body properly. There should be no smell at all from inside it. So 𝐂𝐸𝐈 starts bathing in the extreme cold without any reaction. Then after getting ready after bathing, 𝐂𝐸𝐈 goes to give food to 𝐂𝐸𝐈, and he goes from there quietly after giving food. When he is saying this, 𝐂𝐸𝐈 stops him and asks him, why are you so quiet? By the way, do you know why I have come here? To which 𝐂𝐸𝐈 says that yes, I know. Then 𝐂𝐸𝐈 is a little shocked because that lady had told him not to tell any child about this. Then 𝐂𝐸𝐈 tells him that he knows about it because whenever there is a disease outbreak, all the dead bodies that accumulate, even if it is of animals, he cleans it from here, and in the course of conversation, 𝐂𝐸𝐈 also tells him that after the full moon there is a disease outbreak. After knowing so many good details, 𝐂𝐸𝐈 is very thankful to 𝐂𝐸𝐈 and greets him well. In this way the relationship between these two becomes very good, and at the same time 𝐂𝐸𝐈 is also doing 𝐂𝐸𝐈's work. Seeing all these things, all the people of the village feel very strange because no one is able to tell anything about 𝐂𝐸𝐈. He was not at all close to 𝐂𝐸𝐈, but 𝐂𝐸𝐈 was completely different. In this way, 𝐂𝐸𝐈 and 𝐂𝐸𝐈 spend a lot of good moments with each other, but finally the night of the full moon arrives. 𝐂𝐸𝐈 is waiting in the same outbreak area. 𝐂𝐸𝐈 and these people have a plan that culprits comes there, and he starts abusing both the 𝐂𝐸𝐈s in a very angry tone. He feels that he is making a relationship with that detective here without any reason so that he can go to Tokyo, but Teru had this plan earlier, and in a way his dream has been snatched by 𝐂𝐸𝐈. Teru also starts speaking ill about his parents, which reminds 𝐂𝐸𝐈 of a flashback scene where 𝐂𝐸𝐈, while working, suddenly sees the locket around 𝐂𝐸𝐈's neck and tells him that this must have been given to you by your parents. I want to tell you that your parents have given it to you. Your parents love you a lot, and that is why they have given you such a thing that you should never think that you are an orphan. Never think that you are an orphan. Remembering this thing, 𝐂𝐸𝐈 tells Teru that I am not an orphan at all. Hearing this, Teru becomes very angry, and in anger he breaks the locket, due to which 𝐂𝐸𝐈 gets angry and kicks it and throws it far away. As soon as Teru realizes this a little, he regains his consciousness. When he comes in, he sees that the door has started turning into a human, which tells us that this is the locket that actually prevented him from turning into a demon. This thing was very scary for Teru, so he starts running away from here out of fear. Then 𝐂𝐸𝐈, who is there, collects his locket, which turns him into a human again. Then he calmly goes to a place and sits down and starts waiting for 𝐂𝐸𝐈. As soon as 𝐂𝐸𝐈 comes there, 𝐂𝐸𝐈 tells him A to Z things that actually the main cultist here, I knew from the beginning that you are actually 𝐂𝐸𝐿𝐈, that is, children mixed with humans and demons, but hearing that you are the main cultists here, 𝐂𝐸𝐈 feels a little better, and then he says that Teru has run away from here to the forest due to fear, and he does not know the difference between humans and demon sons at all. I feel that he is in trouble somewhere. Hearing this, the 𝐂𝐸𝐈 summons a gun in his hand and then leaves for the jungle with 𝐂𝐸𝐈. As soon as they reach a little inside the jungle, their doubts turn out to be true. Jotaro is about to die from a zombie animal, but in time, both of them kill the animal and save Teru's life. The 𝐂𝐸𝐈 takes care of Teru because he had fainted due to extreme fear, and the 𝐂𝐸𝐈 were showing their combat ability very well and were easily defeating all those animals. After all this fighting, finally the main cultists were affected. Seeing this, These two also attack her, but Kimono Deer was not at all weak. She was healing all the damage that was being done on her and was attacking her with a powerful force. Noticing this, Jotaro calls Dortob that you have to uproot his head from the root. Only then you will be able to defeat him. Hearing this, Dortov understands, and then he punches his fist directly in the mouth of the deer, and using the power of his arms, he uproots its neck. After this act, the deer is killed on the spot. Then after completing this mission, Duru takes Tubo and Inugami or Teru to the village, where Dortov tells Inugami that all the people think that I have influenced all these animals. Then Inugami says that yes, I know this thing, and actually to tell the truth, I was called to this city to kill you only. Then Dortov says that if this is the case, then okay, you can kill me. Then Inugami also takes out his gun and, keeping it in front of two officers, asks him what is his name after all. Then Dortov tells that his real name is Kabane Kusaka and he always wanted to meet his parents. So Inugami says that you will meet them soon, and while saying this he shoots him. This thing was really very strange for me too, that in the first episode itself, the most cute character was killed by our main character. But after some time the scene shifts and we see our main character Kusaka, whose eyes open in Inugami's car, and he sees that his life is saved here, and Inugami is telling his client here that he has killed the demon, that is, Kusaka, who lives in Kusaka, asks Inugami that how did he finally save me here, on which Inugami tells that the evil ones actually have healing ability, and I knew this thing. That's why I shot you, so that I can show people that I have really killed you. Then Kusaka asks Inugami-san that where have we reached after all, so Inugami tells him that we are in Tokyo. With this the scene shifts and we see Kusaka, who has reached Inugami-san's room, where Inugami gives him some clothes to wear. Then while wearing the clothes, Kusaka hears the sound of some children laughing from near the gate. In the meantime, two children come here entering the gate, and as soon as they see Kusaka, they make a strange face, on which Inugami makes them all sit together and tells that actually Kusaka is also your friend, and I am a detective here who solves the problems of humans along with Kimono, in which one of the children recognizes that he must be Kusa's half-demon, on which Inugami says that yes, he is also a half-demon like you, Seiki, on which Seiki gets even more angry, saying that you have given my dress to Kusaka to wear. So as usual, Kusaka was not demanding at all, so he starts giving Shiki clothes while taking off his clothes and says sorry to him if he has hurt him, to which Shiki makes a face and says no, I don't take anyone's worn clothes, and then saying this he leaves from there. Then the other boy Akira apologizes to Kusaka for all this behavior of Shiki, to which Kusaka tells him that you are really a very good girl, Akira. Then Akira gets angry on hearing this and says hey, I am not a girl, I am a boy, and then while crying he goes straight to his house. He goes into the room, looking at his behavior, he does not look like a boy, and later he acts like a girl. As soon as he goes into the room, he moves forward, he gets caught in that trap and falls. Then he comes in front of Seiki and says that I want to know from you that how did you come here, on which Kusaka tells that hey, I came here by bus, and by the way, I have also come sitting in the car of Joinigami, on which Seiki says that hey fool, I am not asking this thing, I am asking you what is the purpose of your coming here, on which Kusaka tells him in very low words that actually in my city, no one used to like me, my parents left me and also my aunt tried to kill me, so seeing such a bad condition, my Inugami-san brought me here with him. Then Seiki, after hearing this, says that actually your parents here have given you the gift of life. If you have left me, then it means you have also become an orphan. Hearing this, Kusaka gets angry and then he moves his foot forward on that trap. Due to forcefully pulling his foot in that trap, a very big wound is formed on Kusaka's foot, but using his Kibo ability, he heals that wound immediately. Seeing this, even Shiki is shocked that how awesome is Kusaka's healing ability. Then Kusaka goes away saying that I am not an orphan, my parents will definitely come to take me one day. Then the next scene happens and we see that Inugami is taking the three children towards Lake Mission, and he tells Agra and Shiki that today you have to teach Kusaka how to work on a kimono. Then on reaching the crime scene, Inugami takes out all these children and then says that we have to go inside this house. Then as these people are going inside, some policemen stop these children. They stop them from going inside, after which Inugami tells the police officer that you should not worry at all these children are special cases. Then all of them come inside the house, where we see that the two children are actually crying because their mother and younger brother are locked in a room. So after coming to that room, Inugami investigates a bit and then asks these three children if they also want to see, on which Akira and Shiki come and look inside which they see many small insects on the bodies of those people, due to which Akira gets very scared and falls down by moving away. Then Inugami tells that these insects can be very dangerous. Actually, they are also a kind of demons, but they need a lot of time to kill a person. If we hurry up a little, then we can save those people. Then a policeman tells Inugami that one of our police officers went to this room to save them. But as soon as he entered, all the insects attacked him as well. Then Inugami thinks that if I merge my Kimon power and bring it in my whole body so that I can resist myself from all these insects, then it will take me a lot of time to do this. In this time, it is possible that these insects kill those people. I think that today I will have to take the help of all these children. Then he thinks something and tells all those policemen that you all go out and let us investigate. Then, as per his saying, all the policemen comfortably go out, taking those 2 children as well. Then the Shiki who is inside the room gets excited and says to Inugami that you don't worry at all. I will save all those people using my spider wasp technique. Both the children who are outside the house request the police officer that please don't leave our mother at all. Then the Shiki inside the room kills them according to their plan. He throws the web in the room and thinks that as soon as these insects will hit my web, they will get stuck in it and then they will never be able to come out. So we will save these people as soon as we get a chance. But as soon as Shiki throws his net on everyone, it backfires because these insects get stuck to the rope. But these people start eating the rope, and while eating, these people start moving straight towards Shiki. So in time to save Shiki, Kusaka and Inugami close the gate. Then Inugami thinks in his mind that I think these children will not be able to do anything. I will have to sacrifice myself here. But Kusaka, with a lot of hope in his mind, says to Inugami that can you give me a chance, I can do this thing. So seeing him motivated in this way, Inugami allows him to do this thing. Then Kusaka, using his ability, he enters that room. The Akira who was outside tells Inugami-shun that don't you think that we have made a mistake here? That child can be killed as well. To which Inugami says that you don't know what kind of Kakemon he is. He has reasoner techniques. He is a kind of immortal kimono. The real one is inside his body. There is no blood in my body. So what will the insects suck from it? Actually, Kusaka does not feel pain. So even if the insects bite him, it will not affect him. As usual, Kusaka enters inside and all the insects attack him, but nothing happens to him. Then, Kusaka catches the nest of all these insects, and then the Inugami tells him that if you point that nest towards the sky, all the insects will disappear. So, Kusaka does the same and turns that nest towards the sky, due to which all the insects disappear from there. With this, Kusaka solved the whole problem. Then, after some time, both the children hold their mother and start crying bitterly that please cure our mother as soon as possible. Seeing both of them like this, Kusaka thinks in his mind that if my parents also lived with me, then I would have been able to cure my mother. He also loves them in the same way. Thinking about this, he feels that his parents are with him. Then with this the case is solved and all these people have come to their base. Then after reaching home, Kusaka says to Inugami that you are a detective, right? To which Inugami says that yes. But why? Then Kusaka says that I will keep solving cases with you and who knows that one day I will be able to meet my parents because of solving Mono's case. To which Inugami tells him that yes, this can definitely happen. Hearing this, Kusaka gets ready to join them all. Hearing this, Akira becomes happy and says that from today you will work with us. Then with this it is night and we are shown Shik who lives inside their base speaking to Kusaka. To which Shik is saying that anyway, I don't like you, but if you are having trouble sleeping on the sofa, then you can sleep on my bed in my room. From this we can also understand that Shiki has also started liking Kusaka somewhere. Kusaka gets ready to sleep with Shiki after hearing this. On the other hand, Inugami is talking to a girl on the phone and is telling the girl on the phone that I have a dumb boy who also has a life stone. He may help us or bring trouble for us. On the other hand, another new problem has come in Kusaka's life because till date he had never slept on a soft bed, so he was not able to sleep. He had always got used to sleeping on a hard bed. Due to this, Kusaka is not able to sleep the whole night. On the other hand, looking at the face of the girl with whom Inugami was talking, his intentions do not seem right. Then we get the next day's news. The scene is shown where Inugami is telling Shiki that you all have to take Kusaka to meet Inari, and she is actually a fox demon who works with the police, for which Shiki makes a little face but then agrees. In the next scene we see Inari who comes in front of the police where the police greet her very nicely, and then Inari waves her hair in a strange way due to which all the police get mesmerized. Actually, this is Inari's technique in which she can control all the people. Then we see Shiki who is taking all these people to Inari, where Akira who was in the middle gets distracted and he starts looking towards a shop, for which Shiki scolds him. Then these people reach the police station, and while going the policeman tells the receptionist that all of them have to meet Inari because Inari has they have been called, for which the policeman mocks them and says that Inari does not meet any children. So Shiki gets a little angry and notices this thing. A girl whose name is Kaun, and then as soon as she comes to the policeman salutes her. Then Kaun says that actually Inari is calling these two, so I want you to send them upstairs, due to which the policeman gets a little upset and Shiki teases him a lot. But that girl Kaun gets a little insulted here because she says that actually Inari only wants to meet Kusaka, so Kusaka goes with her. But Shiki gets a little insulted in front of that policeman. Then as soon as the girl of 𝐂𝐨𝐲 reaches Inari, Inari greets him well and says that I have heard a lot about you from 𝐂𝐈𝐿𝐼. You are the boy who has the life stone, right? The one who was with Kusaka says that yes, I have that life stone. Then Inari says that can you show it to me? Then Kusaka takes out his locket and gives it to Inari. After taking it, Inari says that do you know what this does after all? To which Kusaka says that no, I only know that it stops me from becoming a monster. Then Inari tells Kusaka that the life stones provide mental, physical and emotional stability to the people, and by observing all these things the monsters who live there stay alive, and if I have more such life stones then I don't need to eat humans at all. Then Inari signals to someone, after which she beheads 𝐂𝐨𝐲 in one stroke. Then after executing this plan, Inari tells the police to dispose of the body of this child as soon as possible and keep his head in hand. I will pack it separately and take it away. Then the police who were in collusion with Inari start packing 𝐂𝐨𝐲's body and take it away and pack his head separately. As soon as the woman lifts it, she is not able to lift it. Then she says that don't worry, I will dispose of his head. Anyway, you are like my mother to me. On which Inari accepts it and says that you are a very cute girl. If I am able to develop this life stone on a larger scale, then no one can stop me. And then saying this, she starts leaving from here. On the other hand, Shikitha was getting very irritated because Inari was spending a lot of time with Kusaka. In this irritation, he also scolds Akira, who was comfortably in his body, who had become Kusaka, and while becoming him, he had brought a briefcase with him, and then he tells Shiki that now I have to leave from here. To which he asks that where do you go with this briefcase? On which the Shikitha says that I have to give this to Inari, but as soon as he says this, his body starts turning into a fox, who thinks in his mind that I should have trained very well. Inari had told me that I am weak in this, but now my reality has come in front of them, so I have to kill them too. As soon as Shiki sees that who has taken the body of 𝐂𝐨𝐲, he says that you are also a foxy demon, but in the same time, the fox starts attacking all of them with a fireball. Then both of them start running here and there to save their lives. The entire police station was completely engulfed in fire. The suspect says that all your policemen can also die by burning. Then the suspect says that actually all the policemen here are under the control of my Hinari-sama, so nothing will happen to them. Then the suspect says that the magic of your Hinari-sama seems very useless to me because it controls people without their wish. On this, the suspect gets very angry because he cannot tolerate the insult of Inari-sama at all. So he starts attacking them in an even better way. The suspect defends himself by putting himself in front of the table and tells Akira to do something as well. But Akira, as usual, is scared. So he hides his ears and gets very scared. In the middle of this fight, the briefcase that was with the suspect comes to the suspect. Then the suspect takes out the briefcase from the suspect. Looking at the case, he says that she wanted to give it to Inari, right? There must be something in it. As soon as Shiki opens that briefcase, he is shocked to see that 𝐂𝐨𝐲's head was inside it. Akira faints immediately after seeing this thing. But the surprising thing here was that 𝐂𝐨𝐲's head was still talking to him, and he tells Shiki to throw my head to the man here properly. On which Shiki scolds him and says that you are just a head. What can you do? But still 𝐂𝐨𝐲's head insists for this thing. Then Shiki remembers how well 𝐂𝐨𝐲 had performed in its first mission, so he agrees to accept his words. On the other hand, the man who was there was searching for them properly. But suddenly Shiki comes in front of him and Kusaka's head goes straight to the man. Throws it away. The one who was in the room got very angry because the briefcase which she had to give to Inari had slipped from her hands, and she always wanted to appear like a good child in front of Inari, so this was a very bad thing for her. So she had come into a very bad mood. But as soon as Fika comes near Kusaka's head, Kusaka bites her shoulder using his teeth, due to which the one who was in the room faints right there. As soon as the one who was in the room faints, the fire that was around disappears completely. Then Shiki says that well, this was also an illusion, but I don't know why my body has been damaged a little by the fire. On the other hand, the one who was in the room of 𝐂𝐨𝐲 heals the entire body with the help of his head because he had a very good healing ability. Seeing all these things, Shiki says that I don't know how you do all this. Then after a while, all these people come out of the police station where Inugami is waiting for them. He is there, and seeing the condition of all of them, he says that I had thought that Inari would do the same. Then Sure gets a little angry on hearing this and says that if you knew, then why did you send us there? On which Igami directly calls Inari and then tells her that you are really very rude. You killed my companions here very quickly and you did all these things on that stone. But that is not the real stone, and then the stone that was in Inari's hand changes due to an illusion. Inari also gets angry with this thing and says that you have betrayed me. On which Inugami says that now next time I will meet you and will not leave you at all. I thought that we had become friends, but now it is not so. We come to know that Kusaka also knew about this plan from the beginning and he had hidden his locket inside his mouth. Seeing all these things, Inari gets very angry and in anger she hits her driver, due to which her car gets into an accident but nothing happens to her. Then Inugami tells all of them that today you have worked very hard, so we will eat with great joy, and anyway we have not organized a party for Kusaka to join our team, so let's include this as well. On the other hand, Jokan was very angry. She was already completely damaged, but still it was going on in her mind that she wanted Kusha's head. On the other hand, after some time Inugami and all the other people were going towards home after enjoying their food in which Akira and Shiki had eaten too much alcohol. All of them were talking when someone comes in front of them and says that I will not let you go from here. I will take Kusha's head, and after saying this he faints in front of them. After some time Inugami had brought Kusha to his house where he feeds her pizza, due to which she feels a little energetic, and then after that she says that actually I am a good girl here and my mission is that I want to take Kusha's head, and after saying this she attacks Kusha but Inugami stops her. On the other hand, we are shown that their next client has come, and after coming he gets very drunk. He drinks it, due to which Inugami gets a little angry with him and says that hey, this is my personal liquor stuff so you can't finish it. In the course of conversation, Kusa asks Shiki that actually the holy of our base is half bar and half house, on which Shiki tells that his friend used to run this agency with Inugami, but due to some dispute, his friend left from here. That's why there is so much peace here, because both of them used to run this bar also. Then Inugami asks his client that what is his problem after all, on which the client tells that actually I love a girl but I don't know anything about her and I want you people to collect some information about her and give me, on which Kusa does not understand what love is after all. On which Akira explains to him that actually love is very pure. He does not want to discuss this thing. But Akira tells that the way you are half human and half Kimona, the reason for that is that your mom and dad were human and Kimona and they both fell in love with each other, and that's why you were born. On this, Kusha's husband feels that he should know more about love, so he tells Inugami that I want to personally inspect this mission, because if I can know what love is, due to which my parents gave birth to me, then I will also be able to know what their mentality was. After listening to all these things, Inugami agrees to help Kusha and says that okay, Shiki and Akira will also go with you in this mission. Then looking at Inugami, he says that if Kusha wants to help here in this mission, then I can also give him Kusha's couplet as a reward. After listening to which, Inugami also agrees to help in this mission. He gets ready, due to which Shik gets a little angry that how can Inugami do this. Then the client of the Inugami suddenly sees that a mouse is roaming in their base. Then it transforms into a strange cat and then catches that mouse, and then while imprisoning it, he puts many mice lying in his bag in it, and he says that whenever I see mice, I am unable to control myself. Actually, I want to gift all these mice to my friend. Then Inugami tells all of them that this is also a type of kimono which can transform into an animal, and somewhere its lover can also be a cat. But Akira was very scared after seeing the mouse. Seeing him like this, the follower explains to him in private that if you keep getting scared in missions like this, then you people will never be able to help Kusha and Shiki, so for now I am also giving you a desk job. I want you to develop yourself a little bit in future, so Akira pays full attention to this thing. Then next day his client shows the photo of his girlfriend, whom he wants to like to all of them, who is a human being. Then after that these people directly go to find that girl, where the client shows them a cat pointing towards the girl. He says that this is the girl, from whom we come to know that this girl was actually a cat who can transform into a human. Then Kusaka interrupts the girl and says that actually this boy here loves you. Hearing this, the cat transforms into the same girl and says that actually this boy does not love me, it is just his lust. Saying this, she starts making fun of the boy and starts leaving from here, but the cat comes back and catches the cat and then brings it in front of the man, on whom the man makes a face like a cat and shows all the mice to him and says that I have caught these for you. Actually, ever since you met me here, everything has changed for me. I used to live alone earlier, but now I am completely fed up with human life. I want that you also turn me into a cat completely. Then we both will always be together. The love story of these two is completed and their mission is completed. Then while leaving, the girl repeats that Inugami had promised that if she completes the mission, he will give her Kusaka's head in return. To which Shiki says to her, I still don't understand how Inugami can make such a promise to you. All these people reach Inugami, where the girl tells Inugami that as a promise, he wants Kusa's head, to which Inugami says, okay, if you want this, please close your eyes first. The girl does the same, and as soon as she closes her eyes, Inugami does an illusion magic on an orange and transforms it into Kusaka's head, and then gives the same thing to the girl, who is very happy to receive it and leaves from here. But in reality, the head of Kusaka was not cut off. So Inugami was satisfied, and so was Shiki. Then in the next scene we see that Akira had become a huge fan of 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐲𝐫 because all the missions they are completing every day are getting completed very smoothly because of 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐲𝐫. So he has decided that he will follow 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐲𝐫, due to which Nagami also gets happy, and then after that he gets ready to tell them the new mission and says that I actually wanted to give this mission to 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐲𝐫, but since Akira has now decided that he will follow 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐲𝐫, I'm also giving him permission to go with him. Actually, a lot of monsters are being seen in a river, and the unnatural deaths of a lot of construction workers have increased a lot there. Hearing this, Akira's condition starts getting very bad. Then Inugami says that if you guys are ready, then I will accept this mission. So, the one who will follow 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐲𝐫 is the best. He gets ready to do this mission, and Akira also has to say yes to it under compulsion. Then the next day, all these people are ready to do their mission where Kusaka has reached near the same river. Then Akira also reaches there wearing a box pack. The one who was with Kusaka is not able to recognize him. On this, Akira tells that, hey, it is me. Then both of them start going towards the same incident, and we are told about the follower who is telling Shaka that all the construction workers whose dead bodies they had found, only their skeletons were left. So these creatures are a bit strange, so you have to be careful. Then while going inside, the follower tells Kusaka that actually you remind me of my elder brother here. My elder brother has been lost, and to find him, I had joined Inugami. We are in a way snow demon sons. Who are the snow demons? We can control it, and we have a clan in which a boy or a girl is born only once in 100 years, and my brother had promised that we will leave our village, but will always stay together, but I don't know why he got lost somewhere. Hearing this, the one who was from 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐲𝐫 says that if you are a snow devil then you can control snow, right? Then why don't you do it? On which Akira says that to do that I need a lot of focus, which I can't do, but the one who was from 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐲𝐫 forces Akira a bit and says that use your technique in this river. Then the one who was Akira says that it will take me some time to do this, and as he is about to do this, he thinks in his mind that there can be many creatures in this river, and if I freeze it, then they can also be killed. How bad it will be. But in the meantime, the frog creature comes there and immediately picks up Akira, but the time is running out. Kusaka saves him while he is there, and all the saliva of that frog gets on Akira, due to which he gets a little irritated. Then that frog dam was about to attack all of them when a dog comes there and attacks that frog dam and saves them. After some time we will get to know who actually is the frog here. Some people might have recognized it already. Please tell in the comment section that it was Akira or that dog. He starts playing with it and says that it is very cute. Meanwhile, a letter comes here which Kusaka finds, and it is written in it that this frog is responsible for killing all the construction workers who have died at this place. Along with that letter, they also get a red-colored liquid, and it is told that if they put it inside the water, then all the monsters that are inside the water will come out, and then all of you together can defeat them. Kusaka is ready for this, and he asks Akira if we can prepare here, on which Akira gets very scared and says that I am not 100% sure. I feel that I will urinate in my pet. Remembering this, Akira starts imagining why he actually came here. After coming to Tokyo, he had forgotten his real mission. Here he had to find his brother, for which he had to find his brother. He has to become brave too, so he motivates himself and then says yes to 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐲𝐫's plan. 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐲𝐲𝐫 puts that red liquid in the water, after which many frogs come out and start attacking them. Seeing all those frogs, Akira gets very scared and sitting in a corner. He thinks that I am scared again here. But 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐲𝐫's plan is killing and chasing away all the monsters that were coming, and tells Akira that you don't worry at all, I can become a reason here again, you keep your focus. Then Akira starts getting flashbacks of his brother, where his brother also used to tell him the same thing, that you have to protect your powers. I will stop all the troubles here before you. Remembering all these things, Akira focuses a little and makes such a big blast of ice, due to which the whole place freezes completely. Akira was also shocked after doing all these things, and he could not understand how he did this. Then he goes to 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐲𝐫 and tells him, who is also frozen, that after all I do not know what I have done. Then 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐲𝐫 tells him that you are really very awesome. On the other side, we are shown a giant frog who is talking to the same dog who played the jinx of 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐲𝐫 and Akira, and is saying in it that I apologize to you. All my children here had lost their mental balance, that's why they were attacking very much. On which the dog says that I am giving you the last warning here. If this continues, then I will bury them. Then on the other side, Akira takes a selfie for this amplifying of his, and you are liking it very much, so I request you guys to like this video as well. Our Instagram too is cleaning. While cleaning, he sees some empty space in a room, and looking at that room he remembers that Inugami had forbidden him to go there, but a hand pulls Kusaka inside that room. Then after some time, the suspicious person says to Inugami that I don't know where Kusaka has gone, I last saw him somewhere in this place. After which Inugami says that I had sent him to clean, due to which he remembers something, and he quickly reaches the same room. Then there we see that Actually, an unknown boy was sitting in front of a computer screen and he was getting some work done from 𝐂𝐸𝐠𝐴, on which 𝐂𝐈𝐒𝐿 tells us the introduction of that boy, who is 𝐂𝐈𝐒, and he is a kind of vampire who works for 𝐂𝐈𝐒 under the table to collect intelligence. Then the 𝐂𝐈𝐒 says that I did not know that there are so many people working under you. The kids are working. From today 𝐂𝐸𝐠𝐴 will work under me and he will do all the work like my servant, to which 𝐂𝐸𝐠𝐴 also agrees and says that I have a very old experience of this thing. Then 𝐂𝐈𝐒 holds his head and says that, hey friend, this is the reason why I was not letting you meet all these people. I had also told you guys to stay a little away from that door. Then after a while, 𝐂𝐈𝐒 is telling all of them that 𝐂𝐈𝐒 is a very prestigious type of vampire. He has very strong physical ability. Along with that, his knowledge is very good digitally. That is why I keep him in a closed room of mine where he keeps playing games all day. Actually, he has made the website of our company and he has encrypted all the computers and mobile phones in our house so that no one can track us, but he is a little bit proud. He is such a man that whenever he sees anyone, he tries to make them his slave. That's why I didn't let all of you go with him. But now I don't know. Now I feel that all of you are trapped here. Then we see the next day's scene where 𝐂𝐸𝐠𝐴, despite 𝐂𝐈𝐒's refusal, has reached 𝐂𝐈𝐒 again and is giving him water, on which 𝐂𝐈𝐒, taking water from his hand, says that you are really a very good obedient slave. But seeing this situation, Shiki comes with 𝐂𝐸𝐒 and tells 𝐂𝐈𝐒 from a distance that hey, you cannot treat us like this and I want you to stop treating 𝐂𝐸𝐠𝐴 like a slave or else I will beat you very badly here. To which 𝐂𝐈𝐒 says that okay kid, if you are so courageous, then I challenge you. If any one of you defeats me in a fist fight, then I will remove 𝐂𝐸𝐠𝐴 from being my slave here. After this Shur gets ready for this thing and then we are shown a fist fight between 𝐂𝐈𝐒 and Shiki in which as usual 𝐂𝐈𝐒's physical ability was very good, so Shiki loses there. Then he tells 𝐂𝐸𝐒. Then 𝐂𝐸𝐒 has already accepted defeat because Shur was stronger than him. Then 𝐂𝐸𝐠𝐴 with curiosity asks 𝐂𝐈𝐒 that can I also fight with you, to which 𝐂𝐈𝐒 says that it is the duty of a good master to listen to his slave, for which he is ready to fight with him. But as usual 𝐂𝐸𝐒 also loses to 𝐂𝐈𝐒. So after some time 𝐂𝐸𝐒 is roaming in the market and thinking about how he is very physically weak. If he has to save his friends, then he will have to train himself. In this connection he reaches the park and sits on a seat, but suddenly he feels that a girl has come to him and who is she actually? After seeing her, 𝐂𝐸𝐒 covers his face because we know that 𝐂𝐸𝐒 still thinks that he has defeated 𝐂𝐸𝐒. 𝐂𝐸𝐒 also notices this thing and she says that now you have no use of hiding because when I was your master, she took me to her master. Then I noticed this thing that my master did not wait for me and sent another subordinate before me. I hired 𝐂𝐸𝐒, seeing which my heart broke badly and now I don't even have a place to live. 𝐂𝐸𝐒 sees 𝐂𝐸𝐒 so heartbroken, so he asks her to join him and says can you fight with me because I also want to train myself physically, for which 𝐂𝐸𝐒 gets ready and then a fight starts between these two, in which 𝐂𝐸𝐒 is getting a little stronger than 𝐂𝐸𝐒, but 𝐂𝐸𝐒, using his regenerative ability, hits his head on 𝐂𝐸𝐒's nose, due to which 𝐂𝐸𝐒's nose starts bleeding and she agrees. Thinking this, she gets even more disappointed that now my master will not like me even more because I am really very weak. On the other hand, 𝐂𝐈𝐒 had come out of his room after a long time, seeing which 𝐂𝐈𝐒 was also surprised and he is saying that why did you come out at last? On which 𝐂𝐈𝐒 says that now I will not be able to play the game for some time because here you can see my hand. Actually 𝐂𝐸𝐒 has broken it while fighting, so now I need some time for healing. So I will stay here and help you in some work. And then he goes and directly starts playing with 𝐂𝐈𝐒's laptop, due to which 𝐂𝐈𝐒 stops him and says that no, you cannot do this, you go to your room as soon as possible. But 𝐂𝐈𝐒 notices a mission and says that why don't you send those children in this mission? Then 𝐂𝐈𝐒 refuses to do this and says that this mission will really be very difficult for them. But 𝐂𝐈𝐒 then starts making a strategy. Then on the other side 𝐂𝐸𝐒 who lives there sits next to 𝐂𝐸𝐒, where 𝐂𝐸𝐒 was tired and fell asleep. Then 𝐂𝐸𝐒 wakes her up, on which 𝐂𝐸𝐒 says that it is evening now and I don't even have a place to stay. I think I should leave now. On which 𝐂𝐸𝐒 says that hey, you don't have a place, if yes then you can go to our master. He will accept you anyway. On which 𝐂𝐸𝐒 refuses and says that we kitsune cannot live with you in kimonos, but if you want, then both of us can live here together in this park and no one will bother us always. On which 𝐂𝐸𝐒 says that actually I have to buy some things and take them home, but I promise you that after keeping those things, I will come to meet you. On which 𝐂𝐸𝐒 becomes happy and says that how much time will you take to do that thing? Then 𝐂𝐸𝐒 says that I don't think I have not decided yet, but maybe it will take a little more time. Then the 𝐂𝐸𝐒 becomes happy to hear this and says that okay, I will wait for you, you must come to meet me. Then 𝐂𝐸𝐒 reaches home with the things, where he notices that actually 𝐂𝐈𝐒 is not here and only 𝐂𝐈𝐒 is here now, and then 𝐂𝐈𝐒 tells all of them that actually 𝐂𝐈𝐒 is on a mission. He has gone to complete the mission and has given me his charge. I am making a strategy here to complete a mission. I don't know why the person who was suspicious gets a little happy after choosing this thing and says that Naga saints never let me try one thing and now I have a chance, and then there are many of them. He brings the riders and diverts all 4 of them to himself to trap them in the house, and then after that, he surrounds himself with his web ability. He was using this technique because he wanted to test the camouflage technique by insects, and he finally succeeds in this. On the other hand, we are shown Inugami, in which we come to know the truth that Inugami has actually been imprisoned here. In his room, Mihai has given him a task that if he solves his puzzle, only then he will be able to get out of here. Then all these people start listening to his mission, where Mihai tells that actually there used to be a company where a lot of suicides used to happen earlier, but suddenly the suicides stopped happening there, and the reputation of that company also started getting better and their profit also increased, but in this vision we have to know how he did this after all. In the second scene, something is revealed. After a while, all these people reach the company where Sher has hidden himself well with his camera flash technique. Mihai has also sent a remote control car here which has a camera installed inside it. Then we are shown that after reaching a place, Shiki sees that many workers are working, but one of them suddenly gets scared while doing that work, and while running he shouts that I give up, but a girl comes in his way and stops him and says that I know you are a little frustrated, that's why I want to give you some counseling, you come with me, and takes him to a room where after reaching there, an insect-type monster attacks him and puts his tongue inside his ear, after which his brain gets eaten, due to which the insect-type monster comes in a human form and he starts speaking in human form that I really enjoyed eating his brain. After this, the person turns into a dead zombie who has no emotions and he returns to do his work again. Seeing all this, Akira starts feeling like vomiting and he does not understand what is happening here. On the other hand, Mihai contacts Inugami and asks him if he knows about any insect that eats human brains, to which Inuka replies that yes, I know, they actually suck human blood as well as eat brains. After knowing all this information, Mihai tells all of them about it, where these people reach the conclusion that actually all the workers working in this place do not have their brains. That is why the suicide rate has completely fallen here all of a sudden. Mihai is also satisfied with this explanation. Then these people say that there are 3 people in this place. The monsters are controlling all of them, and here actually we are also 3, i.e. Shiki, Kabane and Akira, on which Shiki says that don't count Akira, he has already fainted. Then Sher tells Mihai that we have to do our planning here again, and for this we will have to talk to Inugami. I'm coming back. On which Mihai refuses and says that after coming so far, have you people gone mad that you are leaving this opportunity? Really, you people are really very childish. But Kusaka also agrees with Shiki and says that I also have to go back. But Mihai did not want this, so he starts making some noise there using his remote control car. Due to all this noise, the 3 girls, i.e. monsters, become a little alert, and then after that they also find that toy which a girl had brought in her court. The other girl hides it and asks that do you know what it was, on which she says that it might be a toy. We should not pay attention, but the other girl got a little suspicious and says that we should keep the search ready. Now someone might be coming to disrupt our plan. On the other side, the suspect says that now I have a chance, I can run away from here, but as soon as he tries to run away, that girl comes in front of him in her insect form and is also watching him in his camera flash avatar, and says that how did I let you go, now I will finish you. But in the end Mihai uses his car and gives a shock inside it, due to which the girl gets stunned right there. Then Mihai says that I saved you right now, but otherwise the game would have been over. But on the other side, the suspect was very scared. Seeing this thing, he consoles Mihai saying that now he has to get up, but the shaky one is not moving at all, due to which Mihai understands that he has got a traumatic attack, but don't know why. Mihai gets even more excited by this thing and says that now the fun is going to begin. Then we are again shown the scene of Shaky where he had got a very severe traumatic attack. Due to the same attack, he gets a little stunned, he goes into old memories and thinks that he also had a mother, but he is not able to remember why his mother left him. Remembering these old memories, he feels very bad and is unable to move. Mihai tells Kusaka and Akira about his condition, due to which both of them start coming inside to save him, but on the way they find a monster and she says that I will finish all of you rats right here, but both of them overpower her a bit and finish her there, and then Kusaka tells Shik that don't be afraid, we are coming to you, we have defeated a monster that came in the way. Hearing this, Shik thinks in his mind while being scared that these people are so strong, they handled that matter easily, why am I so scared here? Then Mihai also motivates Shiki by saying that look at your friends, they trust you, he is junior to you, still he is coming here to save you. What do you think, if they see your reaction as a junior, then how will they feel that you are so weak? Hearing all these things, the Shiki gets angry and he breaks the car that belonged to Mihai. Then the monster standing in front of him had now woken up and she says that I will have to tell all these things to my sisters, but before that I am a little hungry, so I will eat you. But seeing the opportunity, the Shiki makes himself disappear. Then the monster activates his night vision and also activates thermal vision and starts searching for him, but he does not find the Shiki, and as soon as he gets the chance, Shiki surrounds him from all sides with his vapor. Then the Shiki comes from above and attacks his eyes strongly, due to which the monster falls unconscious right there. Then for a while, the Shiki breathes and remembers how Inugami had once told him that he has come to know something about his parents. But Shiki himself says that now I do not want to go into my old memories. I do not care about my parents. Then Kusaka and Akira also come here. Both of them say that you also defeated a monster, on which Shiki boasts a little and says that how did it take you so much time? I defeated him in a jiffy. In the middle of this conversation, the third monster who lives here also comes here, and when she sees her sisters in this condition, she is a little surprised. One of her sisters says that these children are strong, so we should defeat them together. You free me, I will help you in defeating them. But that sister eats the brains of both her sisters. After this, she moves to kill these three as well, where she attacks Shiki, who lives there, but throws him away. Then the third monster who lives there also comes here. Akira also tries to make ice, but he is unable to do so without water, so he is also thrown away. Then Kusaka is fighting with her, in which the monster rips out her tongue through Kusaka. Then she tells Kusaka that you look very strong, and while saying this she breaks his hand. Mihai, seeing the situation, tells Kusaka that you are a fool. You should acknowledge your kimono strength and use it. Only then you will be able to call yourself a monster here. After which Kusaka imagines that he is no longer a human. He is a kimono, and thinking about this, his hair also turns red and his broken hand regenerates, after which he catches the mosquito demon and pulls out both its strings and throws it away. The girl was very scared of Kusaka's strength. Seeing this, Kusaka starts moving ahead to kill him and says that I can feel his strength. But in time, Inugami opens his room and comes out, snatching the mic from Bamihai, orders Kusaka to stay there. Our job is to investigate only and not to kill those monsters. Inari will take care of the rest of the work, after which Kusaka stops there. Then Inari's new assistant, i.e. Nobimaru, comes there and kills all those monsters one by one. Then he says that thank you for helping us in catching all of them. Then he asks Kusaka that what you people do here, on which Nobimaru tells that actually we do not want people to know that kimono is an assistance, so we destroy every evidence one by one. Then Kusaka asks what is the work of all those people? What will happen to those people who have gone mad in the factory right now? On which he says that we will first try to cure them and save those who are fine. Then the Nabimar says that actually you should worry about your partner right now because his condition looks very weak to me, and he is saying this while looking at Shi. Then after that the Nabimar he again tells Kusaka that there is one thing I want to tell you a secret. Then he goes to Kusaka and then Nobimaru tells him that actually Inari-san is still after your life stone, but this time she does not want that she snatches it from you herself. She wants that you come and give that thing to her yourself, because if you do not give that thing to her here yourself, then Inugami will again come in between. Then the one who was from Kusa says that you work for Inari. Then why are you telling me this thing? Then Nobimaru tells him another secret, that he does not like Inari at all. Then the next scene comes and we see all of them in the house, where Inugami is very happy because all of them had completed a very difficult mission on their own, and Inugami says that I did not think at all that you people have become so strong. After some time we come to know that the Shaki was very upset because since the incident of Kusha, the sea has not left him alone, and being irritated by this thing, he also tells Inugami, on which Inugami tells that actually Kusha is very worried about you, that's why he is doing this. And then they notice that today, don't know why, Kusaka seems to be in a serious mode, on which Kusaka says that I don't know, I feel like I am forgetting something. Then he remembers that yes, he had promised to Kona that he will come and meet her in the garden by any means. Then on the edge of the promise, Kusaka reaches that garden where Kona is still waiting for him. Then Kusaka says sorry to her that he could not come to meet her so soon because he was stuck in a mission. Then Kona tells him that it doesn't matter. By the way, I had caught a lot of fish for you because I thought that you will come to meet me, so we will meet here and do this thing. But now it has become very bad. The person who was watching the conversation between the two says that it is okay, and Nobimaru, who was sitting on a tree, is also watching this conversation between the two from a distance. On the other hand, Shik this time goes to Inugami and says that I want to know whatever you knew about my parents. In the end, thank you for watching.